Alright, what's good, y'all? It's BG here. I'm gonna come at you with my do monthly, weekly, do my yearly simulator trade reviews. And we ended the year pretty decent, I'm gonna say. We got Tradervue open here, and let's go to the calendar. And honestly, I thought I blew up my account in December, but we managed to recover. Can I make this smaller? There we go. Y'all need to see me. This is my travel laptop still. I'm still on vacation for a few more days. So we started off December pretty nice, man. We got like a 2.5 week streak going of green days. And that's what you really want to do is have, well, green is always good, but you want to have small losses, minimize your losses. And I'm pretty confident that I can make a little money, but you can see on the 21st and 22nd, I had some big, ridiculous losses. And they were from being too aggressive and not cutting losers anywhere near fast enough. Um, Actually, let's go to the 21st. Kazim. We made some money on Kazim. We probably gave it all back. Um, let's see if I can see how long I held those trades. Yeah, I held that dude for an hour and a half. And I did have a win on Kazim the week before, 12-16. Yeah, but I gave it all back and then some. And probably overtraded it. Look at all that volume I had. Held it too long and realistically probably had multiple chances to cut it. And I'm really not impressed with the charts on Tradervue, I'll be honest, but I do like the detailed stats. So this is the 21st 1 minute chart. And let's just go to a 15-minute chart. Or 30-minute, I should do it. So I got no trades on this big run up. Oh, that's not the right day. Jeez. Okay, whatever, 15-minute chart. Nope, no good. So, yeah, you see this big sell-off right here? That was most likely all me. And I probably had a ton of shares and just got dipped on. But notice how we had a pretty decent recovery that I missed out on. So, honestly, I should have got out when this didn't break or didn't break back up to the highs. I should have been out before this dip, but that's just holding too long. You got to cut these losers. And then I found this bottom right here. I just sold at the very bottom. I didn't sell on the way down or in the middle of the flush. I waited for the bottom of the flush and then I sold. So I probably could have cut that loss in half, probably. But that's why we're in the simulator. We're working out all the little kinks. All right, so that was ridiculous loss number one. Ridiculous loss number two. What's going on here? It's December? Okay, ridiculous loss number two. Traded 13 stocks. Now I was just truly effing around this day. Um, I had this big loss on Ape for sure, and then I was just messing around trying to get it back. So realistically, I probably wouldn't have had that big a loss. I would have shut it down, but I just kept trading this crap, and I just put myself in a horrible situation. I like to think I wouldn't have done this for real, but we won't know until we go live now, will we? But yeah, I got an ape, and it just started selling off. I held through that flush, but it never really recovered. And how long did I hold this? I overtraded the hell out of that. Look at that, 572,000 shares. So the fees would have been nuts on that too. I was trading it for an hour and a half, 75 executions. So, I mean, at least I got out of it. So that was minus 12,000. Oh, then we had this one. Why can't I click on? What's up with that? So I held this one overnight. That's why it's weird. So I think this was something that hit the scanner. I held it overnight, and this thing just collapsed. I chased the false breakout, had multiple times to get out, and I averaged down on it right here. Oh, this must be day 2. But that's all. Oh, this don't make no sense. So on the 21st, I'm in. Wait, where am I? Where did I get in? Must have got in the pre-market. And that's the 22nd. Okay, so this is all jacked up. I don't even remember trading this on the 30th. Let's see if we got the timestamps. Okay, yeah, they're in the pre-market, so Tradervue kind of sucks for after-hour stuff. So got in pre-market on the 21st and out on pre-market the 22nd. Yeah, this is all jacked up. Let's check out. I should open up Thinkorswim, but I haven't used it in a long time on this laptop, so it's gonna take forever. Okay. 15 minutes. Actually, I never used a replay. Can you put dates in here? Oh, I gotta upgrade. I ain't trying to upgrade. I'm broke. Okay, how do you blow this up? Not that. I really don't even feel like looking at this. I think everybody gets the point that I blew up on SINT. So if y'all want to go back and look at whatever it did that day, I'm sure it flushed. Although my entry's 944, exit everybody. Yeah, that don't make no sense. What the heck did I do? And then this thing's only showing the trades and not the individual executions. But most of these are false breaks, and then I sold on the way down on the 21st. Oh, and then, oh, there we go right there. So chase the false break, average down on this nasty wick, this shooting star, and went from 15 all the way back down to 9. Yeah, so when you're losing dollars per share, that's gonna hurt, and it did hurt. We lost a lot of money. So I thought the month was blown up right there. Thought the account was blown up right there. So Monday was a holiday. Friday was a half day or something. So I took some days off. And then the last week of the year, as you can see, was not bad. I had some serious days. Being my daily goal is usually 1,000. It is 1,000. It's not usually, but I try and hit 1,000 in the simulator. I figure if I can hit 1,000 in the sim, I can hit 500 with real money. So this was a pretty good day. I wouldn't say it was a great day. And you see, I gave back 1,500 on NEPT. A lot of size too. I traded the hell out of ANTF, 220,000 shares. I had a drawdown, $2,000 drawdown. Yeah, I mean that's a 1-to-1. That's pretty decent for me because I tend to have some big drawdowns. Then what's that? Wednesday. Wednesday we had some good stuff on the scanner. Lucy and KALA were balling. I still had a drawdown, but it's just something about the top gapper breaking down over the past couple weeks. Like the number one stock on the gap scan, if it doesn't just shoot out of the open, I've noticed you get like these pullbacks. Like they pull back to like the VWAP or like a moving average, and then they just kind of hang out there. So I don't think Lucy did it. I think it was probably KALA. And like if the top gapper doesn't completely fail, it just kind of stays in play. Now this one didn't really do it. KLA just kind of ran, and I was in it from the pre-market. I think this one I was probably green going into the open, and I might have like held it through the open, and it kind of took off. I didn't really make no money on Lucy. Had a big loss here on KALA. then I got a big win on KLA. This was after power, after lunch. I have to go back to the recap. That's the 28th. I traded KLA a little bit every day. So you got some good gains in the pre-market. Then before lunch, it started doing some stuff. Here we go at 12. I just ran up at 12. So these look like halts. So I got in after like the third or fourth halt. Got in at the top and averaged down, and then it kind of squeezed back up. And I probably just bought in because you had all this green volume on this bar right here. So I just loaded up because you got to figure everybody's watching it after you got 4 halts in a row. But honestly, I should have been done for the day at that point. But came back for some more cash. And there you go, right there. Had a small drawdown. It's not bad though, 500 to make 1,000. But then I gave it all back at lunchtime. So, but I went down 1,000 and ended up 3,000. So going into the new year, I really need to address getting into false breaks too soon. Just wait for it or get in with small size because I'm pretty sure all of my drawdowns are too much size on false breakouts. But as far as picking the right stocks, I think we're pretty much there. What else we got? That was Wednesday. This thing still showing. Just no filters. Hashtag no filters. Yeah, Thursday, KALA again, but HOTH. My wife calls it Hottie from that stupid show, what, Love After Lockup. Hottie got out of jail. Hottie went nuts. um, this was just finding the momentum. So let's see. I went hella red in the pre-market, and I was pretty frustrated too because like I've been actively trying to not get a lot of size in the pre-market, but I just got too much size on KALA. And then Hottie popped up on the scanner. So instead of waiting on KALA to do something, I just cut Hottie. I just said, nah, we're gonna go chase HOTH. And HOTH is a previous runner. Um, it had good volume, and the bid and the ask was looking kind of squeezy. It was looking very squeezy, actually. So we got this one win. No, that's at the end of the day. Like in the pre-market, we were up 11,000 on this stock. Like I got in at 9. It shot up $3 a share. And then, so here's 930 right here. I think this is the one I held into the open and it shot up. So I sold some. This is a halt right here. So I think I had like 2,500 shares into this halt, and it went from 9 to probably 10. Then it halted up again at 12, and I was out. No, actually, no. I think I had some in this halt right here, but it flushed down, and I got out. But I was good because my average was like $9. And then I dabbled in it a little more. I probably lost money here. And then she kind of sold off, but she found this bottom right here back at $9. And later in the day, started moving up again. Not even really later in the day, a couple bars later. So I missed this move, the little pullback here, and I got back in off this kind of bounce off the VWAP. And these are bad trades. I was anticipating another curl up that never came. That was probably a drawdown. So that's about after 11, what P&L look like. Not too bad, stayed kind of flat. Then made some money in the afternoon. So I made another 600 on Hottie. I'm guessing I had some big size on that. Because that's not even a dollar move. I made 60 cents a share. Okay, and what else happened that day? So that was Thursday. Only Thursday. Oh, I got in KLA at about 2. Oh, so this is what we're talking about with the top gappers kind of failing. So can I pull up the open on this one? Change this to a 15-minute. Okay, so here's the open right here. I'm gonna call that a false break on the open, pull back. Then it kind of just sells off, and then it's just chilling below VWAP. This would look a lot cleaner on a 5-minute chart, but my 5 minutes only going back to 1 o'clock for some reason. But we can just assume that this guy was below VWAP all day until about 10 to 2, something like that. And then everybody's just watching this guy. Because, look, he crossed VWAP with conviction right there. Can I blow that up? Like, that's a nice candle going through VWAP. Then, little doji. I got in at the top of this doji. And the reason I got in is because it, it pulled back to VWAP, got bought up. A smaller pullback didn't really go to VWAP. Green candle. And then next thing you know, people are like, okay, I've seen this movie before. So I'm in there. It looks like I got out for break even or small gain. And then it just shoots up like right after I get out. That tends to happen. And then it just starts moving up. Like, so we had this first entry at about 16. Next thing you know, this dude's at 20. He's at 24. He's at 28. He goes up to 30. And this is what I'm saying about these top gappers that kind of they break down on the open, but they don't completely fail. They just loiter around a moving average, or they loiter around just below VWAP. Then next thing you know, lunchtime or power hour rolls around, and then they just go nuts. So we just so happened to be looking out for these recently, and it paid off. I mean, this was the obvious one that was on the scanner, but just from keeping an eye out for that pattern of the top gapper dipping and doing something later in the day, we found this trade. So that's wild, man. Like $16,000 a day. That's wild. All right, and then let's go back to the last day of the year. Had another $6,200 day. Pally was probably the top gapper. I don't think I had a big drawdown that day, did I? Come on, open. Yeah, I mean, it was just surging up all day. I really would have been better off just buying it and holding it, because we got in at $5 or something. We had a high of 850. Oh, I did have a drawdown. So I had a drawdown between 9:40 and 10 o'clock. Not bad, $300. And actually, let's look at the times, because a lot of times, like, I'll just cut a trade to go chase something else. So that was, took this trade at 9:30 to 10:10. I mean, I was already up $4,700 from the pre-market. That's the that's the one we need to look at. Yeah, got in and it just went. I did give some back. Probably had 2,500 on the first trade. Gave 1,500 back, and then it just went nuts. What happened there? I probably increased size on that pullback. Oh, pre-market. Yeah, I might just get like Trader Sync or something else so that I can see my pre-market trades a little more clearly. But let's try the I don't see nothing on the 15-minute. Is there a setting for pre-market? Nope. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do something different for pre-market, because Tradervue is not the most pre-market friendly. Can I at least see all these executions? Let's try reports. Nah, whatever. All right, but anyway, so go back to on the month. So we had like about a $30,000 drawdown, and then we managed to turn it into a. It's still the best month I've ever had in the simulator, including that ridiculous drawdown. Um, Still maintained pretty good accuracy. Um, Hold time is way too high on the loser side. Got to fix that. Um, what is this? A pretty good accuracy. Oh man, look at this P&L. I was giggling, crying Jordan, then back to decent. Um, so really, man, just gotta stick with it. Cut these losers much sooner. Um, it was a really good lesson to show that I can recover from those big losses. While we're here, let's check the yearly totals. So no filter. Okay, so on the year, 32,000. Um, Had some serious losers. 70% accuracy. I wish they would do this by executions. I traded 254 tickers. And when I say on the year, this is just since November or October, I think. Oh, September. So, okay, can I see the total number of executions? I'm doing a lot of trades on Thursdays for some reason, but nothing crazy. I suck on Wednesdays. That's good to know. Um, from So what is that? From 8 to 9, I'm losing money. From 9 to 10, I'm pretty good, and from 2 to 3, I'm pretty good. That's interesting. I'm not taking any trades from 12 to 1. That's very interesting. Yeah, I need to stop bag holding. That ain't working out at all. Take the L, move on. Hmm, that's interesting. So 1 to 2 hour trades, I'm losing. Trades between 2 and 4 hours have been working out. That's I don't think that's relevant. But yeah, big numbers right here. 70% accurate. Holding my losers twice as long as my winners. I need to flip those numbers around, I think, or at least get them 1 to 1. Keep that in the back of my mind. Keep it in front of my mind. And I'll check that out. Before losers, I've made 75,000 in the simulator. On average, I'm making 1,700 a day. I mean, even if I cut that in half going live, that's not bad. Check out my average losers. How's that even work? My average losers are 2,400. I'm over trading on my average loser. Look at that, 4 times, 100 some thousand, 400,000 shares. That's that's an interesting number. I don't know how they differentiate between trades and executions. I guess I've had 183 total winning trades and 69 total winning losers. I mean, by ticker. And they're saying I have pretty much a 1-to-1 win to loss ratio. Oh, these are going by winning days versus losing days. Okay. So when I'm winning, check that out. That kind of backs up what I was saying just now. Winning days, I'm cutting my losers in half the time that I'm cutting my winners. On losing days, it's not 2-to-1, but it's almost 1-to-1. And that's one thing I do like about Tradervue is you get these weird little stats. You're like, oh, that's interesting. But the charts suck. Anything else in here? Does this tab even work? I don't even know how to use this thing. One percentage. Oh, that's interesting. My win percentage is going up. That's for the past 30 days. Not enough data. I think. Well, only 50 days. Okay, that's cool. P&L's going the right direction. But yeah, that's my little recap. Um, Tomorrow we start a new year. Keep those thoughts in my mind. Uh, Want to make sure I'm cutting my losers faster. Um, Want to make sure I stick to high quality setups, high quality stocks, and I really want to make sure that I'm not getting too much size in general, and it goes double for the pre-market. I've been doing a lot of that lately, putting myself in bad situations, and I want to have the option of holding stocks through the open instead of kind of gambling. Like recently, I've had a couple scenarios where I've been red going into the open on the top gapper, and it's like, hey, I'm going to hold this because it's 50% chance that it's going to squeeze into the open. And it's worked out, but it would have been much better if I just bought them on the open and watched them squeeze instead of starting from the negative. So a few things I'm working on, and I might start looking at another platform. More to come on that. And we're looking at, if we keep this up, maybe starting a live account in the next 2 or 3 months, something like that. But that's it. Happy New Year. Happy trading. I hope y'all don't have too bad of a hangover and gonna be ready to make some money tomorrow. That's all we got. Peace out.